Good afternoon and welcome back to Entrepreneur in Focus. We have yet another exciting Bermudian entrepreneur doing her thing. So let's welcome Mrs. Tina Duke to
Good afternoon, everyone. Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon, Mrs. Duke.
Yes, how are you today?
I'm wonderful, busy, but wonderful.
Busy, awesome. So let us know, we're talking about entrepreneurship today. Tell us about your business, and then we'll come right after that with some questions.
I am Tina Duke. I am the inventor, proprietor, sole owner of Duke's Delight Popcorn. I'm sure many of you have seen Duke's Delight in our stores around Bermuda. And, I sell popcorn, one flavor.
Okay.
A lot of love.
Mm-hmm.
And I can say that, it's a thriving business, paid for my son to go through college.
Mrs. Duke, what was your key driving force to become an entrepreneur?
The key driving force was I bought a house. And the first year of my mortgage, I cried every month because of how much money I was spending and putting into this house. And I said, I need some play money. You have to make sure you have your savings. So by the time I paid my mortgage, I wanted some play money. And then, so just relied on something that I knew I did well. So I used to make popcorn for my friends all the time. And the chica Trout, who's like my best friend, said, let me take some to Bermuda College. Let's see if you can make some money. And that at that time, so that's where it started.
Mrs. Duke, how did you come up with the name of your business, your logo, your slogan, etc.?
That's when you use the people that have talents around you. So I knew I wanted my name to be in it because I like my last name. I like Duke. And it's like, okay, well, it's food. So what would it be? And I think it was Gina Davis who came up with Delight. One of my other friends just became Duke's Delight. And then I gave the coming up with how it was going to look, I gave that to Miss Shanti Bailey. So she was the one that designed it.
Awesome.
With the actual label.
Awesome. Who is your target market?
Popcorn eaters.
Yeah. What entrepreneurial tricks have you discovered to keep yourself focused on your goals?
It's something to be said when you watch people eat your product, when you know people enjoy your product. Make sure that whatever it is that you decide you do, that you get some satisfaction out of it. I think for me, that would be the biggest trick. Making sure that's something that people love. Make money off it, make sure you love it. And I enjoy watching people eat my popcorn.
All right, Ms. Duke. Now, what is your favorite aspect of being an entrepreneur?
Honest, the money.
The money. And I appreciate that.
It's good money.
Because a lot of time we embrace this subtlety and we don't talk about the profit or the revenue. Say, all right, it's passion and so on. But listen, when it doesn't amount, to something tangible that we can sustain the operation and ourselves with, let's be honest and call a spade a spade.
Exactly. The money.
Short and sweet.
Stop.
Okay.
Satisfaction does a lot for me. And money. The money.
All right. Thank you. Now, how do you market your business and which tactics have been most successful?
It initially started with word of mouth. But then, of course, when I started popping popcorn, there weren't that many vendors out there. As the vendors increased, so I had to up my marketing game.
The competition.
And I started doing promotions, and I started, what I really started doing, if there was a competition, and this was also part of my give back, because I like to give back to the community. So if there was a competition or something that was happening, I would always donate a couple of bags of Duke's Delight so that it got my name out there. So that's my customer base as well.
How did you raise funding for your business venture? How did you acquire the capital?
So that was probably the toughest part to start out with, because I have to get your supply. So I had to sort of take my do some sacrificing at the beginning.
Right.
I had to do some sacrificing because I had to buy the supplies. And of course, I buy 50-pound bags of pop. I buy the big bottles of oils. I also get my bags in bulk. You have to buy labels.
Right.
The great thing is that my good friend, Chica Trot, is an accountant. So she was the one that said, okay, let's see, how much money are you putting out there?
Right.
So I had to spend my own money initially. And really, that first, because I tell you, I had that mortgage, right?
Mm-hmm.
For 2 months, I sort of had to put some money aside. And then, so that's what I did. I had to do the sacrifice and putting that money aside and buying everything that I needed. But from that moment on, the popcorn now pays for itself.
So, how do you build a successful customer base? You know, how do you build that relationship? That
good product.
A good quality product, high quality product.
And let me say this, you know, I pride myself on, you know, you're not gonna find, if you find 1 or 2 seeds in a bag of Duke's Delight, then that's all you're gonna find is 1 or 2 seeds. So make sure that, you know, it's fresh. I make sure that I'm using quality products.
Great. Now, moving into it. Now, what are the advantages and disadvantages of owning your own business?
The advantages is that I can be financially free, and I can sort of do what I want to do because I have to do it. The disadvantage is the labor.
Yeah.
So, and I tell people I'm not going to be popping popcorn forever. Because labor intensive.
Honesty. Looking at skills and characteristics, what are some skills and necessary skills and characteristics you think are needed to be successful as an entrepreneur?
You have to make sure that you, like I said, know your business. You have to make sure that you know some things about money and how to make sure that you're making a profit. You know, and like I said, all of this I learned along the way. So don't be afraid to ask questions, doing your research. You have to have a willingness, and dedication, and you have to be, if you want to, you have to stick with it.
And I'm sure that helped during COVID-19 and everything, lockdown, to know that. How was your business affected during that time?
My business wasn't affected during that time. A good product, the demand doesn't decrease.
Right.
If you had a chance to start your business over, what would you do differently?
I would try to secure a location instead of doing it in my house.
Right.
That's our last question. What advice would you give to a student who may be interested in becoming an entrepreneur?
Yep.
Do it. Think it, sit down, give it some thought, do your research, find out what you need, and just go ahead and do it. It's not something that you will regret. If you got a skill set, just go out and do it.
Tina Duke, we thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for remembering and considering me.
Yes.
Of course.